The best piece of advice that I would give to new teachers is twofold. First, be consistent with your policies and procedures. You'll build a community of respect in your classroom. And the second piece of advice is to show your passion. If you're passionate about the subject matter that you teach, it will show, and students will love being in your class and learning your subject matter.
I would tell new teachers to just believe in themselves and have confidence, because even though this is their first year teaching, they have so much knowledge and skills that they come each day prepared with, and to not be afraid to reflect and to change some things around if it's not going well, but also to reach out to their coworkers and collaborate. It doesn't seem weak when you collaborate with others. This is only my 4th year teaching, and I feel like I wouldn't be in this position if I didn't have such an amazing team of teachers that I could rely on, brainstorm with, because I feel teaching is best when you get to put all of your minds together and just create the best product possible.
Invest in a basket. Of all things, I found that to be the most useful piece of equipment I've had, because even if you tell students deadlines and make it very transparent what they need to do, we always have kids coming in, turning in strange stuff at different times. And I've seen colleagues get overwhelmed with all the curveballs, and my advice to them is always just get a basket.
Grab yourself a little set of note cards. They usually come in a package of 10. And decide each month to write a family just a little vignette about their child, not necessarily something that reflects academic progress or an IEP goal that they've met, but something that really celebrates that child's personality or their character or a victory that they've experienced. In my opinion, it's a great way to convey to families that you value their entire child.
Be an innovator in your content. Feel brave enough to try new things and fail at things, because we need to model that for the kids. They need to see that the adults around them are trying to do something big and sometimes not being very successful at it, and that we know how to get up and dust ourselves off and try it again, and take advantage of the wealth of experience and knowledge of the educators around you.
Collaborate with your teammates, people at your school. You know, in our class, we always have a saying like, together we achieve more. It's really true. Learn from your colleagues, develop lesson plans together. It's really important, because alone you cannot do it all. I would also say to continually reflect on your teaching practice. No matter how many years you've been in the classroom, you can always improve. I, for one, like to watch the teaching channel and watch those videos when I can't fall asleep. It gives me new ideas on how to better reach my students. I think if you are continually trying to improve, teaching is always inspiring, engaging, and you always continue to want to be a better teacher.
Breathe, relax, understand that it's okay to make mistakes, and that's how you get better. But my overarching advice for any new teacher, or any teacher for that matter, would be to stop focusing so much on what you're doing in the classroom, and to focus instead on what your students are doing. Think about the meaning that exists in the work that your students are doing, or whether or not there is any meaning in that work.
The one piece of advice I would give to a new teacher is, from day one, start by building deep, meaningful relationships with your students. Find out what they like, ask them questions about their own lives, and if you can do this, you'll have a great year.